So I have autism level 1, and my special interest is psychology, human behavior, and anything that has to do with self-growth. I would watch hours and hours of TED Talk. This would be like even when I was working, like I would have it on my AirPods, and I would listen to self-growth talks all day long, or anything to do with psychology, and I would just get lost in it for hours and hours and hours. Because I was so submerged into that type of content, I just assumed that everyone knew what I knew. I used to manage a storage facility, and a lot of domestic violence victims would come there, women, to hide their stuff, to get away from their husband. A lot of the time, these women would come into a storage facility with black eyes, or they would just come in there distraught, crying. And then for some reason, I have this type of face where people just want to vent to me. I would end up having like hour-long therapy sessions for these women because I'm very empathetic too. So like just seeing a woman like that and then knowing that I know all this information, and I would just sit down with her and I'd be like, okay, so this is exactly how you're gonna get over this breakup. So I would actually give these women assignments, and I would be like, okay, I want you to write a list of all the negative things about this man, and every single time that you have one single positive thought about him, because your brain is only going to miss the good, they're not going to really think about the bad too much because you're addicted to this person because the chemicals in your head. I would just like get so lost, like talking about how the brain works and all these things, and at the end of it, the person would literally give me a hug and be like, you changed my life, and like they'll just be crying and stuff. And I remember just being like, was this like, does anyone not know this? But I forget, like, that's just my special interest. People aren't listening to these talks for hours and hours and learning about psychology all day just for funsies. And a lot of the time, even my own therapist told me, like, you should get into therapy, you should, help people, you have such a natural passion for it. But there's no way in hell I could do that, because by the end of the day, I was so drained from just having one of these customers. But every now and then I do like helping people and talking to people, which is kind of why I even made this TikTok, because I thought, it'd be a great way to just talk about my special interest and about autism and raise awareness and whatnot without me being completely drained and having to talk to people.